Let me ask you something. When you hear the word introvert, do you picture someone shy, quiet, maybe even a little awkward? Well, what if I told you that introverts often have traits that not only set them apart, but make them highly desirable, even to extroverts who seem to dominate the spotlight? You see, being an introvert isn't a limitation, it's a superpower when you understand the gifts it comes with. Hello, welcome to our channel Top 10s You Should Know. And today, we're diving into the top 10 traits introverts have that extroverts wish they did. Traits that give them an edge in relationships, leadership, and even personal happiness. Stick around until the end, because the last one might just make you rethink the entire way you see introverts. 1. Deep listening skills. Introverts don't just hear you, they absorb you. They listen beyond the words, catching the tone, the pauses, and the subtle emotions others miss. This makes conversations with them feel safe, meaningful, and free from the pressure to perform. Extroverts, who often dominate conversations, sometimes wish they could slow down and connect at this deeper level, because it's in the pauses that trust is built. Introverts know how to hold space for people, making them feel seen in ways that are rare today. They don't interrupt to share their own stories, they let yours breathe. And in a world of constant noise, that kind of attentive presence feels like gold. 2. Thoughtful decision making. Where extroverts may act quickly, introverts take time to reflect. And that's a strength. They don't just jump at the first opportunity, they weigh the pros and cons, think about long term consequences, and consider how their actions align with their values. This makes their decisions more strategic and less impulsive. Extroverts, while often great at seizing opportunities, sometimes look at introverts and wish they had that extra layer of patience and foresight. The introvert's habit of thinking first, speaking later, prevents costly mistakes and allows them to commit with confidence once they've decided. 3. The ability to thrive in solitude. Introverts don't just tolerate alone time, they recharge in it. They find joy in their own company, something many extroverts struggle with because they rely heavily on external stimulation. This ability allows introverts to focus deeply on personal projects, hobbies, or self improvement without distraction. Extroverts often admire and even envy this self sufficiency because it means introverts can grow and evolve without constant external validation. Alone time for an introvert isn't loneliness, it's personal fuel. 4. Mastery of observation. Introverts see the things others miss. The nervous twitch of a hand, the glance between two people in a room, the small change in someone's voice when they're hiding something. This makes them excellent judges of character and skilled at reading situations. Extroverts, busy in the whirlwind of socializing, may miss these subtle cues and later wish they had that kind of radar. Introverts' observational skills help them navigate relationships with more precision, avoiding unnecessary drama and knowing who they can truly trust. 5. The power of selective energy. Introverts don't give their energy to just anyone, and that's not coldness, it's wisdom. They're selective with their commitments, friendships, and social circles. By being intentional about where they invest their time, they maintain higher quality connections and avoid burnout. Extroverts often wish they had this built in filter because constantly saying yes can leave them drained. Introverts understand that energy is like currency, and they spend it where it matters most. 6. Emotional depth. Conversations with introverts often move past small talk into territory that's rich, personal, and thought provoking. They don't shy away from exploring emotions, theirs or others, and this creates stronger bonds. Extroverts, while great at socializing, may find themselves craving the kind of soul level connection introverts naturally bring. Emotional depth allows introverts to form fewer but far more meaningful relationships, something extroverts often find refreshing and grounding. 7. Natural self awareness. Introverts spend a lot of time reflecting, which gives them an intimate understanding of their own strengths, weaknesses, triggers, and desires. This self awareness helps them navigate life with intention and integrity. Extroverts sometimes wish they could match this inner clarity, as it allows introverts to set boundaries, avoid toxic situations, and pursue paths that truly align with their identity. 8. Strong sense of independence. Introverts don't need constant external input to feel fulfilled. They're comfortable making their own choices, standing alone on their decisions, and walking their own path, even if it's unpopular. Extroverts, who thrive in group energy, sometimes wish they had this level of independence because it allows introverts to move confidently without seeking group approval. 9. Comfort with silence. For many people, silence in a conversation is like an awkward gap they feel desperate to fill. But for introverts, silence is not a void, it's a presence. They understand that pauses aren't failures in communication, they're opportunities. Opportunities to think, to truly hear what's been said, to observe the unspoken language of someone's eyes or posture. Introverts know that connection doesn't always come from constant talking. Sometimes, the most powerful moments are the quiet ones where you simply exist together. While extroverts often thrive in the energy of fast, lively exchanges, they may find themselves uncomfortable with stillness, mistaking it for disinterest or tension. But introverts, they see silence as a bridge, not a wall. It allows people to slow down, to gather their thoughts, and to speak from a place of depth instead of impulse. And that's a skill worth envying. Silence lets you notice the details others miss: a soft smile, a shift in tone, a subtle change in mood. In a noisy world, the ability to stay calm and comfortable in those moments is rare and powerful. Extroverts may wish they could harness it, because when you can let silence do the talking, you often end up saying the most without saying anything at all. 10. The strength of inner motivation. Many people find their drive in applause, encouragement, and external recognition. And while there's nothing wrong with enjoying support, there's a unique strength in not needing it to keep going. Introverts often draw their motivation from an internal well, a quiet, steady determination that doesn't waver when the crowd disappears. They don't rely on external hype to start their day or push through challenges. Their fuel comes from personal goals, values, and a vision they've built for themselves. Extroverts, on the other hand, might find themselves craving the buzz of shared enthusiasm, and when that energy fades, so can their momentum. That's why inner motivation is such an enviable trait. It's dependable, it's self-sustaining, and it works even in isolation. Introverts can spend months working quietly on something without broadcasting every step to the world, because their satisfaction comes from progress, not praise. And there you have it, 10 powerful traits introverts have that many extroverts secretly wish they did. The truth is, being an introvert isn't about being less than. It's about being deeply connected to yourself and the world in ways others may not see at first glance. So tell me, which of these traits do you see in yourself? And if you're an extrovert, which one do you wish you had? Let me know in the comments. Your perspective could inspire someone else watching right now. Until next time, keep embracing who you are, and remember, your quiet strengths might just be your loudest superpower.